Hey everybody, Dr. Tucker here once again from Active Family and Sports Chiropractic. So today is the last day of the back to school series that I have been doing. We have already talked about breakfast, lunch, and snacks. So today we're talking about desserts and special occasions like birthdays. Overall, just to sort of recap, my focus has always been on whole food nutrition. And so that is looking at getting our kids away from processed and pre-made things that have a lot of additives, a lot of added sugars, a lot of added salts, chemicals, preservatives, dyes, you name it, all those things that go into causing chronic health issues in our kids. And I really think that our kids just deserve better. So how can we start to transition our own diets, our kids' diets, or what our kids are eating at school to a more natural-based approach, something that their body can process a little bit better. So that is the premise behind this series itself. So today we're talking about desserts and special occasions. So no surprise here probably for most of you that my first go-to, of course, here is going to be fruit because it is naturally sweet. So making different things with fruits. You can cut fruit in layers and make it look like a cake. Make something fun, like take like a honeydew melon, a cantaloupe, and a watermelon, and layer them together and top them with some berries to make it still look like a cake and make it look fun. You can also look up stuff on the internet for making banana sushi. So you cut bananas, you can line them in different things or roll them, like maybe in some cocoa powder or something like that to make it fun for kids. So getting the kids involved in the making of everything is one big bonus, but I understand as a mom that sometimes you just need to get the job done and present it to the children, and then they can have fun eating it, right? You can also make skewers. So get like kebab skewers, cut up a bunch of different fruit, do some pineapples, do some grapes, some melons and things like that. Strawberries, put them together, make them rainbow colored, make it a little color lesson, primary colors versus secondary colors, different things you can do with the kids to try to turn it into a lesson and have fun and eat your fruit. Let's see here. We had about a month ago. We made our own marshmallows at home. Now I will tell you, it is a process. Well, we did use some gelatin, and we used quite a bit of honey because anytime we do want to sweeten something in our house, we're making something for the kids. We are going to be using natural sweeteners. So we're going to be using bananas in baking. We use dates. We use apricots. We use honey and maple syrup. That's about it for us in our house when it comes to things and how we sweeten them. So whenever we make brownies, for example, I make brownies out of garbanzo beans or black beans. So just getting them in a can, rinsing them off, putting them in a blender with some eggs, with one of those natural sweeteners, with some cocoa powder, blend it all together, and I could put up a recipe later. Hello. I could put up a recipe or share a recipe. I know I've put it probably on our Facebook page before, where you're blending all that up and you bake it, and they come out looking and tasting just like brownies, but guess what? We didn't use all that flour, we didn't use all that refined sugar. So it's just about finding, little tweaks to try to really make sure that the kids are getting the best nutrition as possible. Let's see, so we did make our own marshmallows that one time, so mixed everything up, and they did have to sit or set for a few hours that afternoon, but they worked just as great as store-bought marshmallows for s'mores that we made one time. For s'mores, we use rice cakes instead of graham crackers. Let's see, I'm looking at my notes. Oh, one thing I forgot to say yesterday when talking about the snacks was just because something is snack sized, but it's still junk food, doesn't really make it any better. So, getting small versions of, like famous Amos cookie packages or chips or different things like that, just because it's smaller or less doesn't make it any better. There are really better alternatives out there for going more whole food based for snacks, and so that's really what I encourage moms to focus on whenever we are trying to, get something that's easy go to. Devote some time, over the weekend, whatever that day is that you do shopping. If you buy things in larger quantities, go ahead and cut things up, at the beginning of the week, or section them out, get your little snack size bag. So it is an easy go to. So you're not, really stressing about the fact that you don't have something easy to go to pick out for the kids. So that about wraps up our series on back to school stuff. We will be turning most of these posts into a blog post next week and posting links to recipes and that sort of thing. So I hope you all enjoyed this series. Please share these videos and leave me some comments of what you'd like to see me talk about in the future. One big meal or time of day I didn't really talk about in this series was dinner time. There's a lot to be said about dinner time, so I have thought about doing another video on that. Just didn't get it fit in this week, so that'll probably be in the next week or two. We do have our next nutrition class that's starting next week. If anybody here is local is still interested in that program, we do have some seats left. It is wrapping up, registrations are wrapping up on Monday because the class starts next Thursday. So if you are local here in East Tennessee, would like to take our nutrition class, please contact us directly and we will get everything set up for you, okay? I hope everybody has a great weekend. Here in Tennessee, it's tax-free weekend, so I think we're going to be doing a little bit of shopping, but staying out of the craziness. So see ya.